Okay, I think that you will think about me that I am crazy, that I finished one streaming and I just opened another one. Well, to be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I was going to sleep, really, as I told. I'm not joking, I wasn't lying. But the thing I remembered in my bed that today is the last day of my. I'm going to change it tomorrow. And because I had this internet with my neighbor, like half and half, okay? So we are just like fighting always the internet more. And because she is not sleeping in the night, she's actually awake all the night. Because come on, we're in Egypt, who is sleeping here in the night? Most of people sleep in the day, as I mentioned the last time. Whatever. So I decided I will stay awake for another 1 hour and I will try my best to waste the internet as much as I can. I don't know really if the streaming is the right option. If you know, you can write it into the comment if I decide the right thing. But let's do. So what I decided to do. Actually, to be honest, I didn't write any more blog post. I am focusing right now more on the YouTube, which I feel sorry for actually, because I guess my primary thing which I should do is to write a new post, because I consider myself to be a blogger, not a YouTuber. I just was trying to make a YouTube for supporting of my blog, but it just turned a different way, which I didn't expect. The way that I enjoyed the YouTube quite more, so I started to learn more. And actually, I want to share with you a story, a very short story, no worry. On the Instagram, I mentioned my Facebook, but for you who didn't read it or who doesn't follow me on Facebook, I will repeat it here. It was just on Instagram. I post my photo with some of the videos which I made on YouTube. And there's a woman who liked my work very much. She became my friend actually. But she asked me the amazing question in comment. She asked me why do I have so little subscribers on the YouTube when on my Instagram and my Facebook I have around 3,000. Well, I don't say it's a lot, 3,000. I know that in the social media it's really nothing, but compared to my YouTube, it's something. And I just answered her simply, oh, because I just started the YouTube. Well, she didn't respond, and after the few weeks now, I get a new comment on it on this her question, saying that the likes and subscribers doesn't make you who you really are. And he told, firstly, God should be satisfied with you. It was actually a man who commented this. And I stopped in this moment and I was trying to think that the last previous days I was running for numbers and I even didn't succeed it which I wanted. And so I forget about the main point why I do this. Let's say a hobby, let's say work, whatever you call it. But I do it because I love it. Well, to write about Egypt was my passion since I was a really kid. I wanted to be an Egyptologist all my life. This was my only dream which I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it because I love it, because I was doing it from my own heart. And I remember as a kid, really a kid, like since I was like 8, 7 years old, maybe younger, I was searching for information of the Egypt and reading books and watching movies about it and searching on my own. So I had in a little age such information about Egypt which normal person doesn't have, who has only the Egyptologist, okay? And to be honest, after this I really forget a lot of things, but thanks God, when I was kid I was so clever. I keep writing notes with all the information which I studied, so I could rewrite it very easy. And I have to admire myself how clever I was in this topic. So that's why I started to write this blog, because of the love to the Egypt. Well, as you know, I didn't become Egyptologist, but then I found maybe it's for my own good. But to write about it, it's also very important. because not a lot of people do it, or not a lot of people who do it get famous, let's see, or they are not so easy or reachable. Most of the people who write books about Egypt and which I found it recently, they are not, you will not see them on the first eyes, like they are not eyes catching. You have to really deeply search and dig in the internet. So maybe it's my job a little bit to show them up also and to help them help the Egypt to get know whatever. Uh, what I want to do now is to go look on my blog on the very first articles which I wrote. I didn't write so much articles, I guess around 150 articles in like 3 years. And from the 3 years, I really, if I say that I worked, so I worked like only 1.5 years. So there was a lot of bad times when I had with my blog. Really, I wanted to stop it a lot of times. A lot of times, I was so depressed from it and from the people which give you bad comments, bad energy, and start try to stop you. And they have just plenty of time to waste energy that way. I didn't understand it till now, but simple lot of simple things happen, especially when I wrote into my book. As you know, to do not fall in love to Egyptian men, there was a lot of accuses from the men, especially respectable, but even from women, very hard one really. Like they told me to go to the hospital. I'm the crazy one. I didn't, and even this time I thought, okay, I will quit, but I didn't. So I feel happy that I didn't. Whatever the way how I wrote before is not the same as I write now. Of course, there was a big improvement or a long way, and still long way is in front of us because I will not stop this job. I decided I get over of these people. But now let's have the look for the old post. So my very first post, which I found, it's called "New Life in Egypt," and I wrote it 2/11/2016, and I'm going to read you now the post to have some fun together. Okay, hello everybody. I'm so happy that I decided to write this blog. I was thinking about writing a blog for years, but just now I took the big step and here I am. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sajid Afifi and I was born in Europe. I studied a business academy, but since I was a little kid, I had a big dream and it was Egypt. I do not know when and where exactly began my passion for Egypt, but it's in my blood. When I was 7 years old, I decided to be an Egyptologist. So I was right, it was 7 years old. Well, in this point, I still didn't succeed, but I believe that with this web, it will be a good start. I don't think so anymore. I don't think I'll ever be Egyptologist, but who knows, right? So, but the point is, when I was at 20 years old, I moved to Egypt, to the most beautiful city of Egypt, and I got married here and became Muslim. So, actually, in this blog, I want to describe life in Egypt with real photos or videos made by me and also focus on Egyptian news and history. I'm sure Egypt has a lot of places and traditions about which the other countries has no clue. But I promise you right now, even I love some stuffs you will love and some you will hate, but you will see the truth. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I will show you the good and the bad. So please join me on this amazing and original way in life. You will not regret. Wait, love. Well, so in this post, I have just a one photo of me, which is very realistic. But this last sentence which I wrote, that I will say always the truth, is a very complicated. I really had attention, and I have the attention right now, and I'm not lying to you, no. But sometimes found I want to write something, and I'm not able to do it. So I never write a fake articles or I never post fake information, no way. but I wish to write more information, but I am not able to do it. And why? Hmm. I know that you will ask this question. There's a lot of reasons which I never think about before. But for example, here in Egypt, it can be because of a government. I will not discuss it related to deep. The one who doesn't know the situation will not understand. If you live in Egypt, you will understand very clearly. But I will tell you this: that we have a lot of journalists who get, for example, in prison because of what they wrote. So I don't want to put myself in trouble. So, for example, I will never write about Egyptian government or political situation because it's very dangerous. And my second point, that I cannot write what I really want, or I'm not free absolutely, because sometimes I'm not writing things which will hurt the other people. Like I get some amazing story which I know that it could be a viral, the world viral, really, much more than I ever wrote. But it happened my friend or some member of my family, and if I write it, I maybe show the person in a bad light, or it could bring you problems with the husbands or the children, whatever. Or it could even break our friendships. So, as I say, it's not that very clear and very easy. And this with my first post, I didn't expect. I didn't think about this situation could happen. What really happened. But as I thought, I prefer to do not write anything if I know that I'm not able or that I can't. But surprisingly, on this post, which I was shocked when I posted this, I remember I didn't expect anyone to read it. I didn't use any hashtag, I didn't use any comments, I didn't post this in any group, but I started this blog with WordPress, which I have the platform till now. But I wrote it at night and I wake up the second morning very easily, like 6 morning. I open the blog and hey, do I have some people who read it or not? And yes, surprisingly, I really had. And I remember one woman was posting my comment there, which is not there anymore. She had to remove it. But the very first comment was from woman who was in Alexandria and she was an Egyptologist actually. And she was writing me, I am here in Alexandria for like a discovery about Cleopatra, and I'm writing the book about her. And I just find your blog, your post, and it's awesome. Like this post which I read you now, I don't see it awesome at all. It's some like basic stupid way written. But she brought me to comment Egyptologist, famous one. Actually, I was searching for her name, which I now forget, of course. But she was kind of famous person, and she found it my very first post. So I tried to search about this woman after, but I didn't find it anymore. It was something real like from God. She wanted to support me. Go on this blog, don't give up. Well, so I wanna see the second post now. Second post is here. It's called Cook Door. Well, I have to tell you right now that the Cook Door is actually a restaurant. And sorry, I'll just drink now because I'm very thirsty because it's very hot here in Egypt. Okay, well done. When I wrote it, 22 2016, so February. Oh, let's read it then. A few days ago, I have visited one of the coolest fast food in Alexandria. So I want you to share this amazing experience with me. I'm not a person who often goes sit to coffee shop, neither fast food, but this time I'm so happy that I accepted invitation of my friend, and I took the shot and went out. The invitation was very simple: get out with 7 women and their children. Honestly, I was a little bit afraid about the prices and the children will be bored sitting in fast food, but the surprise waited me. Fast food Cook Door is located on the sea road in Alexandria. When you enter, you will find 2 floors with a children's corner and balcony. where you can sit in a hot days. On the first floor, you order your food, and in second floor, you enjoy your meal. What made me happy was the quiet environment. Even it's on the sea road, so inside you do from the street. And also there's no disturbing music and it feels so very simple and low. Staffs are very polite and bathroom is clean. Prices for the food are actually very normal. I would expect that it will be kind of expensive fast food because it's located on the sea, but so wrong. The prices are from 7 till 50 Egyptian pound, which is like from 1 till 8 euro. The menu itself you can see in photo gallery. Yes, I post the photos. So at the end, our meeting was amazing. Children were playing together in the children's corner, and we had a time to talk, talk, and talk. If you are searching for a place where to go with your friends and children, I highly recommend you this one. I'm sure you will have a wonderful time as I had. For more information, you can visit their official website or Facebook. I actually post my blog their website really. And the photos there are without people, like I was just shooting the sea and the mini. Oh yeah. I guess it's without a story such a description, they could give me some food for free for this post really. But I have to agree, like cook door was very good, very tasty. Better than McDonald's to be honest. And it was a very nice time. I remember on this post when I wrote it, then my friend who invited me, she was actually a writer, a professional writer. And she wrote it, she was like, mm, such a place, you could like say some story about it. I expected that you will describe it more deeply. And I was telling her like, yes, I was describing. And then I stopped myself that it's stupid and I was embarrassed and I removed it. She told me, well, this is the mistake. That's what makes the writer to be a good writer. The story. The story which is coming from your heart. So since this post, I remember I try to do it from my heart. And I always do it. I write a story till nowadays. I every time put reasons, but I do it because really I love it, as I told you many times. So let's for the third blog post. Alexandria Book Fair 2016. One of you wasn't a book fair in Alexandria, I will recommend it. It's a simply big supermarket, not supermarket, a big public market with books, of course, expectable, but for such a low price. And I found such a treasures there, really, for like a Shakespeare's and Tolstoy. And really the world classic I love the most, and I found them like for example 50 Egyptian pound, which was for me amazing. And I always bought a book, not always, I was just 2 times, but okay, always I'll bring some books for me. Well, and now I just lost the story because I didn't focus. Give me a second, I will bring it back. I hope so. Yes, I am back, but not in the story. Second, second, second. I'll go back for the crocodile. And the next one is, yeah. So here we are back. So let's read the story. Alexandria Book Fair started at half of February and will last till the end of March. And of course, this I could not miss. It will last till the end of March. And of course, this I could not miss. Yesterday I had a free day, so I finally took the decision to visit it. I arrived to the book fair about 3 p.m. and the weather was simply amazing, shiny but not too hot. For good luck, the book fair is beside Alexandria Library, next to the sea. Well, when I entered for free, the whole environment looked very messy. There was a lot of book stalls, and in the middle of it were boys drawing pictures on land. So actually, I didn't know in which book stall I should start. So I simply took the first one. And I think it was the best decision because the first book, what I saw, was Tolstoy and Karenina. I was searching for this book long time, so I was really very happy that I found it, and it was surprised me that the what surprised me was that the book was in English. Yes. Of course, I bought it immediately. It cost me only 50 Egyptian pounds, so €6, and they also give me bookmark for free. Yeah, I love bookmarks. So if anyone gives me bookmark for free, he is my best friend forever. Then I went to another bookstore over and over, and I found books written in Arabic, English, French, Italian, Spanish, and even the price was very high and very cheap. The most expensive book what I saw was for 200 Egyptian pound, 25 euro. But of course it was a new book, then I saw a book for 1 Egyptian pound, but it was old. Next I found comics, new and old, religion books, history books, novels, poems, and the very famous writers as Shakespeare, Kafka, Jane Austen, Oscar Wilde, Alexander Dumas. Also, I found a CD with plates, aerobics, and learning German and Spanish, table games, pictures, everything. Well, I personally bought about 10 books and I spent there 3 hours. But honestly, I had to. What is it? What I don't understand even. Yeah, I had to stop myself because I wanted to buy every single book there. It was really so beautiful and lovely place that I'm sure I will come back there again. I made for you a short video, so you could join it with me from any place in the world. Yes, I really have a link here for 2 videos. To mind you, old YouTube which is already removed. It wasn't successful. No worry. I remember that in my very first YouTube, which I started with this blog, I had 0 subscribers really. No one subscribed to me. The videos were so stupid, you're much more stupid than I'm doing right now. That no one subscribed ever. Well, so now, but I see in this post that there's already some story. It's better than the previous two. I hope you can see the difference, the improvement. Okay, next one. It's calling March. Simply March because I wrote it in the March. Yeah, the title is a horror for me. To be honest, I never know which title to choose. And I took a lesson, not a lesson, was a course online with some famous writers, and they say that the title is always in the middle of your article. That's the best part. I try to do it, but I always somehow see I choose the wrong title. I have to learn it really much more better. However, it's already 1 month what I have started writing this blog about Egypt. On the start, the idea looked very clear and very easy. That it showed up, it's not so easy. And it needs a lot of time and effort. I know I posted only a few articles, but I learn every day more and more. I wish in this month March post much more articles and more interesting and even make more videos. And I really hope that people enjoy it. As I already once told, Egypt is not easy to understand and it's not easy to find true information even in our ages of modern life with internet. That's my job. What I want to prove, really to show only the true reality for all people in the world. But for me to say I enjoy this month. Especially this month a lot of people asked me the same question. Why I decided to live in Egypt. I must say that every time I answer, I wish I could answer a different way. I really was thinking too much about the right and correct answer, but I think that the true answer is God chooses destiny for me. Since I was a little kid, I loved Egypt more than anything else, especially to have a calendar or cups or to receive a letter from Egypt was the best present for me ever. I even do not remember the first time what I have heard about Egypt. The love to Egypt is simply in my heart. That's actually true. I have to say, tell you, I don't remember exactly. when and why I started to love Egypt. But I simply remember that since I was very, very, very small kid, much more smaller than 7 years, I had this idea in my mind. I love Egypt, and one day I will live here. And it happened. So, as I told right, it is my destiny. Okay, before I came here, a lot of people tried to convince me that it's wrong and that what was in my mind, the amazing view of Egypt, is wrong, and the people are very bad and life is not easy. And now the people was wrong. I was right. I really see it till now. I was right. But I always trusted in my dreams and in my heart and in God. And when I came here, I think I found the same view of Egypt as I was dreaming about. But of course, it's not paradise, and here sometimes Egyptian habits are very bad and hard to handle it. And of course, I still here and even to work and have good money and good life for a lot of people, it's not easy here. Sure, we also have bad people, people who live in the streets, and so on. But on the second side, the people are wide heart, really with amazing feelings to help each other, and even the people on the street they mostly receive food and money and even support. Also, we have a very rich people. But what makes me love the country, the calmness itself. Mm, yeah. When I walk in the street, doesn't matter if night or day, I always feel safe. If I do not have money on food, I know there will be always someone who will give me food, who will ask about me. If I do not have a place to stay, there always will someone who will offer me to stay with the person in his home. From people who I met here, I received a millions of gifts, much more than I received from my European friends for all my life. Then Islam, even we have a problem about in Egypt, I still can wear my niqab, go to mosque, can pray, can give money to poor, and whatever I want. And of course, I love the beauty of Egypt. I mean, countryside, sea, river, forest, desert, and much more. Here are endless gifts of nature undiscovered. Even the sun and moon, I never saw such a bright light in Europe. When I look at it, I feel like in a tale. I feel grateful to God that He gave me such a blessing. So even I work here as a teacher, and this job I really hate. Because of this, I met a lot of new people and friends and gave me even financial freedom and better life here. And sure, the salary is not so huge as in Europe, but I love to stay here. Yeah, true. Oh, I started really. No, I didn't start. When I came to Egypt, I was looking for a job, and the first opportunity for me was really a teaching, but a private teaching from home. I remember I really hated it, but not because of the teaching itself. I was teaching English. As much actually, I didn't mind. It was like fine to deal with the kids, but the really problem is to deal with the parents here. It's horrible, and I hate it till today. I was, I told you I was 20, 21. So I was going for the private lessons to their homes. Well, I have to say the people are very generous. They always give you food, a lot of drinks, a lot of juices, and whatever you say, you will have on the table. The food is really not the problem in Egypt, and they are generous. But always the mothers ask it me every single lesson to teach the kids something else. And my problem was, as from Europe, we are used to ask at the end of the lesson, give you some feedback, from your lesson. But but I didn't know that if I do it here in Egypt, they will actually hate it. So I was doing it normal feedback, and then just one of parents called my husband, and she was telling him like, I have no confidence about myself. I'm so weak, and I'm poor. How come? And I should ask for money, and because I didn't ask her for more money, so this is not good. She didn't told she doesn't want me anymore. No, she wants me because I was foreigner. But when she called my husband, this happened. I was so angry at her, and I thought, I'm not going to do lesson anymore. Then my husband solved it. He was telling you have to have much more confidence, you have to act like you are the superhero of English here. And I hate this way. But I tried to do it, but it didn't work with me so well. Because then this was another situation with another parents. For example, I was teaching her son for 3 months, and suddenly I go again for the lesson, and she told me, "Oh, we are not here today. Like they are going to leave in the same minute." Which I came so asked, why didn't call me? You live far away from my home. I could stay home." And she told me, "Oh, I forget." So I spent my money for nothing. Even it's not that much in Egypt, but still, it's money and time. And suddenly she told me, "Oh, and I don't want to teach my son anymore. Not this one. You will teach my another son," which was like 5 years younger, and I didn't even like him, whatever. But they are the ruler, you know? They tell you what to do, and she'll be opposite. You are the teacher, you should teach a lesson. But with the Egyptian, I feel always the opposite. I don't feel like a teacher, I feel like I am the kid. Okay? There was another situation I remember very well. And I was teaching them through English, even to the school, which they needed. And suddenly the mom told me, "I'm giving like half of my lesson to another teacher." So she hired another English teacher. And this I really couldn't afford. Like, if you are satisfied with me, why are you hiring another one? It means actually that my job is bad and you wanna just keep me for the purpose that I'm the foreigner. Well, but my thought, which they told me, it was wrong. It was just because they was really very rich family and they just want to show up to the people there have a lot of money or someone. So that's why she did it. But in this time I didn't understand. So because of this situation, I really didn't like. Even I earn a good money. I don't have to say very good. But I decided to search for a job, and I didn't want a teaching, but I go for the teaching again because it was the first very available job for me. So I get the opportunity to be a teacher in the school, which I am so grateful for this that I did this step really so much. It was hard because I did it on my own without my husband actually because I wanted to prove it to myself. I get this job like in 1 week, very quickly, very fast, and it really teach me a lot. It teach me how to teach the kids actually, because I'm not a teacher. But when I entered the school, I thought I am a teacher. I a little bit lied, but it was needed in the time. So when I first time I saw the kids in front of me, they're looking at me and teach me. Oh my god, it was so horrible, so horrible feeling really. But I passed it. I learned really how to deal with the Egyptian people on my own. Some people doesn't speak English in the school, so I have to do it in Arabic. So in improve my Arabic, I get my new friends and like two friends of them stayed with me like forever, like really true friends, and they're helping me nowadays. And give me really, I was visiting a lot of new places with these friends and so on, helped me to grow up here in Egypt. And after this experience, I was able to live in Egypt on my own until now. Because of this experience, she gave me so much to the life here in Egypt. If I didn't make this step, maybe I will not be able to live in Egypt on my own as I am right now. So thank you for the school really so much. Well, another job which I was doing here was I teach to draw a henna. I don't know if you know henna. It's a tattoo, but it's not forever. It's just stay with you just for 1 week and disappear, and it's tattoo for girls. I teach how to draw it. I bought a lot of kinds of henna, but somehow it doesn't work with me. And this is the point when I guess this is something clear from the gasp or my destiny. Because I wanted this job really so hard. I really love it. I adore this job. I wish to work it even now. But really, I spent so much money on a lot of kinds of henna to bring, which one is the best, and I succeed in it. I learn how to draw, I learn how to do everything, I learn how to bring customers, and still it's not working with me. It's like every time something stopped, every time something happens to stop this job. And not by my own hands, really, like by itself. I cannot understand until now why, but in the same time, when actually knew that I was in Europe back and now I came back to Egypt the previous year in October. So I was came back here in Egypt, so I thought, okay, this year I will make the henna. I will work the henna now, which I didn't before. And I did. I teach more, I draw more, I spread it to more people to bring me the people. Even people contacted me alone now and they remembered me and they told me, hey, I want the henna from you, which you draw me before. Okay, I will do it. Everything was deal. It never happened. When this time, so Corona and coronavirus came. It's like always something will happen, and then it disappeared. The people disappear. They will not wait you forever. But in this time, the teaching again came to me. There was people which I never teach. I never asked for them. I never told them that I'm even a teacher, or I was even a teacher. But it was across my neighbor, which actually I didn't speak with her before ever. I just spoke with her this year, started to speak with her, even like we know each other for a very long time. But it was she was asking me and pushing on me. I want to teach my kids and I have friends who want to be teaching English. And I always thought, no, no, I'm not a teacher. I will not teach the kids nothing. I was telling no for like 3 months. Really. Frankly, 3 months I told her no. And she asked me like 3 times per week. And after, when this happened with the coronavirus and with the henna, I really started to think, hey, there's a job which I love, and I can do it, and there's a job which I hate, but it will bring me some money, some freedom, some like rest of the mind. Because in the coronavirus, when we stay in the home, it was really very difficult for me and my depression, to be honest. So I thought in this time, okay, I will do it. So I agreed. She was so happy, really, and it was good. I finally agreed on it. So I started to teach her son, but I'm told I'm gonna teach for free. I don't want money for you from you. She told no, I have to take money. No, I didn't. I'm just doing just for me to rest from staying at home to be like alone. Fine, we did. That didn't happen. She bring me customers for money. I think customers for money. I new customers, so I get back under way to the teaching. So again to the teacher job, which I don't like. But somehow I find myself I really don't know anymore. Like the time changed. Before I had to go for the people, but now the people are coming for me. So this is something also I call clear from the God. This is maybe to give the job which God give me here to be on my own. So I guess I will always be a teacher in Egypt. I will never find a better job for me. I don't know why my destiny is here. I tell you why I hate teaching. Because all my family are teachers. My mom is teacher, my grandmother, my aunt. Before their mothers were also teachers. So that's the reason why I hate teaching. And I told myself, I will never ever be a teacher. And look, I'm the teacher in Egypt. Yeah, yeah. It's something like Subhanallah, I will say only. I have no other words for it. Well, we still didn't finish the article. But I think I will not finish it because I lead you to something absolutely different. Well, I guess I will read one more and then we will turn it off for a bit. I guess it will be only 1 hour. So, yeah, the last one called Mother's Day, and it was actually in the school. It was written wait. It was written 24th of March 2016. March 21. Here in Egypt, we celebrate a Mother's Day. And because I am a teacher, so I could see how this occasion truly takes places. There's a real lot of difference from European style of celebrating Mother's Day. Let's look at it with me. Celebrating at the school. Preparing on this occasion started a week ago. The teachers of art and music had to prepare a lot of stuff. They prepared a performance for a mothers in singing and dance decoration, photo frame and crafts for the mothers. And also printed a t-shirt as a surprise with the writing I love mom around 7 a.m. and started to prepare the decoration to the final looking. The celebrating was happening on the playground and the weather was sunny and temperature were nice. Moved tables and chairs for the mothers on the playground and everywhere put a heart-shaped balloons and inscription I love my mom. Also moved their piano and microphone. Then everything was ready and we were waiting just on the mothers and the show could start. All the mothers came around 10 a.m. and when they sit and felt comfortable, we moved the children on the playground and performance started with a collective lovely song about how much they loved the mom. The children sang song one by one and also were dancing and all the mothers looked very happy and each of them took a millions photos of her own child. After the performance finished, then the shock for me started. All the mothers gave a gift to the teachers. I must say this is something what I saw for the first time in my life. Of the meaning of Mother's Day, the mother is the one who should receive a gift and not a teacher. For me, it was really weird, but then my colleague explained to me that the teachers are regarded as the mothers of the children who they teach, and the mothers appreciate it very much. The most common gift for a teacher was a cup or perfume. It's something like a tradition here, but also they get a chocolate, wallet, flowers, t-shirt, and so on. At the end, all the mothers look a photo in the photo frame with their child and also greet their favorite teachers. And what I love on this, they treat to each other as friends. It's really too lovely. Then we told goodbye and Mother Day ended. Mother Day in normal family. Right before the Mother Day in normal family. I remember this day very well. I'll tell you why. Because sometimes it's a disadvantage to be European here or foreigner here. You know, as a friend, everyone wants to be your friend, everyone wants to speak to you. But I was like kind of new teacher there. I was like only wait, I'll tell you, not that kind. Like 4 months, it's nothing to be honest. But all teachers was receiving a gift, all of them, but not me. No one of the mothers give me gift. And I was expecting the opposite the day after. Okay, they know that I'm the foreigner, so they will give me the best gifts and the most gifts. No one of them give me a one gift. So I was very sad in my heart. I didn't show up, never. But like, it was bad for me feeling. I was so proud of school. We have the European here, so no one noticed. And there was just one woman who gave me a. But the gift was a cup. Cup. I have it today. I'm drinking from it till today. But just a such moment for me. Mostly it looked like that all children go for their mothers and have a lunch together, cake and a gift. Sometimes expensive gifts and sometimes not expensive. Depends on the family situation. But even today, in not Islamic occasion, most of the Egyptian mothers adore it and want to celebrate this day so much. But from my own opinion, the teachers got much more gifts than the mothers. So I would call this day actually a teacher's day. Sometimes it's really nice to be a teacher. Yeah, that's actually true. It's like a big competition between the mothers. Some mothers which received a lot of expensive gifts, they post it on Facebook and tagging the family, hey, look what my husband did for me because the husband buying the gifts with the children. And they really put so because she's like your mother. So take care of this or she will be very sad. Me personally, I really don't care. I do not like Mother's Day, even I'm a mother. So before. Oh, it's on another podcast maybe. Okay, so I guess that in this 1 hour I will finish on my blog and finish just 4 articles, thanks to my amazing comments. I never know where to stop, speak, or think when I start. You could sit, I think. Okay, so I would like to end. It's 1 hour, I guess, already. Yes, almost. Fine, so we will continue tomorrow.